What makes your mom happy?
Picking up your toy. When I give her hugs.
Sleeping.
Giving her hugs. When I make my day in school. When I give her hugs.
What makes your mom mad?
Not cleaning up your toys. Don't listen. Fighting. When I don't do what she says. When my dad locked the door and she couldn't get in.
What is something your mom does every day?
Clean. Sleep. Go to work. Take me to school. Cook. Water the flowers. She works. Chores.
What is something your mom always says to you?
That she loves me. I love you. I love you.
I love you.
In your room. We have a party.
What is your mom's favorite thing to do?
Sleep. Nap. Play with me.
Read.
Take care of children. Give me hugs. She likes being with us.
What is your mom's favorite place to go?
The supermarket. No, where she usually just stays home.
The library.
Church. Home. Nowhere. The water park with me. She likes to go to church.
What makes your mom laugh?
When I tell her something funny. When they have conversations that are funny. When my dad tickles her. She laughs when we play with her. When I tell her jokes.
If your mom were a superhero, what would her superpower be?
Wax. Making kids clean their room. Lightning. Save the whole room.
Making people quiet or not hear things.
To go fast.
How are you and your mom the same?
Because we both have the same colors eye. Well, we both have brown eyes. When she was young, we both laid on my papa the same way. We give each other hugs a lot.
We both like reading.
We would say no.
How are you and your mom different?
Because
She's a girl and I'm a boy.
we both have different colored eyes. I have different color hair. She takes care of the dogs more and I don't. Because my mom has long hair and I have short hair.
What is your favorite thing about your mom?
She gives me hugs and she feeds us. Loves me. Cleaning up toys. She makes me happy.
Her hugs.
But I love her. She lets me have sweets past 7:30 on special events. She always gives me nights out before bedtime. That she's the best mom.
What would your mom do if she had a whole day to herself?
Be lonely. Probably just sit on the couch looking at her phone. Sleep. She would drink coffee. Lay her in her bed and fall asleep.
Sleep and read.
Sit on the couch and watch TV.
How do you know your mom loves you?
Because she loves us. Because she loves me. Because she always says that she loves me. Because she always says it.
She says so.
She hugs me every time I ask. Because she says it to me every day. That was born. That's my heart.
What is the nicest thing your mom ever did for you?
Everything she does is nice. Let me eat brownies last night even though it's past 7:30. Help us clean up our toy. Help me. Give me grace when I didn't make my day sometime. Give me dinner. She She keeps us and she loves us. It's really sweet
Why is your mom special?
because there's our mom and her loves us. Because she was born. Because she does a lot of things for me.
Because she's kind.
Because she's my mom. Because she is. Because she's the best mom. Because she is. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Well, it is Happy Mother's Day to all of you, and I appreciate all the women. And right after service, we do have a special gift for everybody 18 and over. And so we want to say thank you. Thank you for all those who are visiting. I know we have some people visiting their moms as well, and we know that's how it works on Mother's Day. And so we do appreciate all the ladies in the house. And so this morning, I usually speak, or my wife speaks, or somebody else speaks, but today we have two special different speakers, and I'm going to finish it up at the end. And so our first one, this is sort of what I want to do this year. I wanted to have somebody who's sort of a new mom. Some of this is going to hit some of you in different ways of different things. And so I gave them a list of questions I sort of wanted them to hit, but I also gave them some freedom to speak in the room today. So our first one is Kira. Why don't you come on up? And then as soon as she gets done, Jenny Snow is going to come and speak right after that, so y'all can just pass that mic off to each other. Are you ready? I asked them if they're ready to bring the fire today. Kira looks fiery today. Are you ready? Yes. Okay, here she goes. And so welcome Kira as she comes and speaks.
Good morning, church. It's such an honor to be able to share on my very first Mother's Day. Like you said, my name is Kira. If you don't know, my husband is Pastor Joel. We've been married for 4 years and just a couple of weeks. We met at a church internship in Austin, and actually the very first memory I have of Joel is him sweeping the corner of this room for a whole 30 minutes straight. Not even just dilly-dallying, I'm talking about this side of the platform. For 30 minutes straight. We've grown a lot since then. In December of this last year, we had our first baby boy named Hananiah, and he's the sweetest boy ever. And it's amazing, even in 4.5 months, how much parenthood pushes you to grow. I think one of the biggest thing that having a baby that changed about my life is definitely my schedule. There's a lot of feeding every couple of hours. There's the pumping, changing, doing all the milestones, training up for it. I got to clean my pump parts and my bottles over and over and over and over again. My hands are very dry. And I started to follow these mom Christian influencer social media accounts. I wanted to get some insight, maybe some routine ideas, tips, and everything on there just looks so peaceful. Everything's perfect. And they got their 40-minute workout in somehow. Their baby sleeps that entire nap time for 40 minutes straight, and they're like, I'm working on getting my pre-baby belly back. And I've been starting to do some of my own tummy time with Hananiah's tummy time. If you don't know, babies, they need to do tummy time. You put them on their tummy, and they need to learn how to lift up their neck. And so I've been working on my tummy at the same time. Put him down, have some eye contact. He's the same level as me, and I start going like, yeah, we're doing this together. You're doing so good. And I also started to see they have this beautiful, perfect devotional time. Everything's laid out. It's dark. It's quiet. It's 5 a.m. And they have their perfectly foamed latte. That alone time is just about never for me. Maybe, again, if he has a good nap. Most of the time that is not the case. Reading the Bible might look like after he's done eating and he's sitting upright for like 25 minutes. And then I spend my time praying during while he's feeding, taking him on a walk, worshiping in the house while I'm holding him or he's in a swing. And it's been a very huge part of what I'm learning. It's just so easy to compare. We all like to share our experiences with each other, but not only am I comparing myself to others, I'm also being compared to others by others. And you don't have to be a mom to understand that, right? We all experience our own life changes that affects how pursuing God looks like season to season. And we all deal with comparison. We have the internal critic and we have the external ones as well. And through all of this, God has helped me to get better at letting go of my way, and he showed me how to be present in all the busyness. God actually counts all the small things as significant. Like when they tried to bring the children to Jesus, the disciples rebuked them. But Jesus said, "No, bring them to me. To these belong the kingdom of heaven." Zechariah 4:10 says, "Who dares to spy the days of small things?" Luke 16 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." And John 12:24 says, "Unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds." And the times that you might feel the shame of comparison just weighing you down, like you feel so alone, you're in this dry spot, we can be confident and we can be assured that there's significance in every single season. God doesn't waste anything, and neither should we. Instead of searching and trying to create this picture-perfect moment with God, we can remember that he meets us wherever we're at. Whether it's the boring or it's the busy, whether an environment is so loud that we can't think, or the environment is so quiet that our thoughts are screaming at us. We can learn in those seasons to tune in to God's voice. And instead of comparing the way everyone else is balancing their life, we can change our perspective to value the things that God has called us to right now. And before I hand this off to Jenny, I felt like the need to acknowledge the reality of what a lot of people are facing today. Today, historically, is not the easiest day for me. It's one of the hardest days of the year. I don't have a relationship with my mom. We have a difficult relationship right now, and we're currently in a season of no contact. And today can be a day where you're trying to show up. You just want to show your face, and it feels so hard to be present. You just feel these domino effects of trigger after trigger inside of a service like this. And I just get wanting to go home. You just want to get there, you want to shut the door and just power through it. You just want to get through the day. And I know this day could be just so hard for a lot of people for a lot of different reasons, and I just wanted to acknowledge that today. Thank you so much.
Hello? Okay. Great job, Kira. Thank you so much for sharing. I remember when my firstborn was that age, and I was doing good just to get out of the house, and I couldn't even be out of the house very long, so I'm seriously so impressed that not only did you get here to church this morning, but great job. Really great job, Kira. Good morning, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much, Pastor John, and all the people that put on the wonderful breakfast this morning. It was really good and delicious. My mom is here today. Mom, will you wave? My mom was a wonderful mother, still is. And one of her superpowers was breakfast when we were growing up. We would always have bacon, waffles, eggs. You never saw Eggo waffles at our house. And I remember in 8th grade, my friends smelling me and being like, because we were carpooling, and they're like, what did you have for breakfast? So thank you, Mom, for all the wonderful ways that you're a wonderful mom. And thank you, House of Grace, for honoring us this morning. It's been really wonderful. So Pastor John asked us to hit on a few areas. And the first one is, how has life changed? I remember, so I have 3 kids, Josh, Ryan, and Katie. 2 are teens, and 1 is almost a teen. So I'm representing the moms of teens this morning. And life has changed a lot. I remember when they were all 3 little, toddling around, and I was so tired laying on the floor, just keeping an eye open to make sure they didn't get hurt and make sure they didn't bring a heavy toy over and drop it on my head. Just trying to survive those days of being so tired. And one thing that people would say all the time back then is, oh, time goes so fast. The days are long, but the years are short. And I think that's one thing that has changed is as they're older, the days fly by and the years fly by. It just goes faster and faster and faster the older they get. Another difference is that they stay up later and they get up earlier. We used to put them to bed at 7 or 8, and me and Matt would have the evening together. But now they're up late almost every day with an event, with church, with homework, and sometimes I have to get up at 6 a.m. for 6 a.m. practice, so I guess getting up earlier than that. And so that is different. A lot of our good connection is at night. Sometimes the deep conversations happen in the evening right before bed, so that's just a change. Homework is harder and takes longer. Yes. Yes. Another change is that we're much busier now. When they were little, we would plan play dates and outings, and now we plan, when are we going to be home? When is it going to be just a down day and be home and have time together and rest? Another awesome change is they can help out. They can cook, they can clean, and it's really nice to be able to depend on them as they're becoming more adult and maturing. One thing that is not different, that has been the same all the way through, really even before kids, is that I need God's wisdom. James 1, 5, and 6 says, if any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to him. But when he asks, he must believe and not doubt, because he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. So when they were little, things would happen that I didn't know what to do. Same now. Things happen, I don't know what to do. Issues come up, I don't know what to do. And so I just have to go to the Lord and say, God, I need your wisdom. Show me what to do, and I'm counting on your promise. And then without fail, time and time again, he guides us, he shows us what to do. He'll give me an idea, he'll give me, someone's name to call. And so that has been my experience with the Lord, is just relying on his wisdom. My time with God has changed. I remember a little bit. I remember years ago, I said to myself, if there's one thing I'm going to do right in my life, it's going to be to spend time with the Lord every day. I'm going to put him first. So I would get up early, maybe not exactly like the Instagram moms, but I would get up early and have my coffee and get my Bible study, and just have that nice, wonderful time with the Lord, time of refreshing. Lord, help me today. I need your help. Speak to me. Give me a fresh word. But now, with them staying up so late and getting up so early, even with my best intentions, sometimes I just can't get up that early. I'm just sleeping and waking up at the same time as them, and I might have a little Bible time there, but sometimes I have to just get them to school and then come home and do it when I do have the time. But what has not changed is that I do need that time with the Lord. Matthew 11, 28, 30 says, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And so when I spend that time with him, he refreshes my soul, and the things that are problems or issues don't matter as much because he sees me through them. What am I learning during this time in my life? I really thought about this one quite a bit, and I remember years ago in Facebook, people could add you to groups that you didn't approve. They could just add you, and somebody added me to this group called something like the World's Most Average Moms or Okayest Moms. And I was like, no, that is not the group I want to be in. I'm actually trying to be an awesome mom. I want to be a great mom. But no matter how hard I try, I just can't do it all. I cannot be the mom that I want to be. I can't be the wife I want to be. I can't have my house the way I want it. So my ideals are so high, but even then, I just can't do it all. And so what I have really learned is to cast my cares on the Lord. And my kids sometimes have issues or I just see things in them that I can't do anything about. And so all I can do, which is a huge thing actually and very impactful, is pray for them and pray for the situation and just cast my care on the Lord. 1 Peter 5:7 says, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. And he really does, and we can trust him. And so when things come up that I don't know what to do or can't handle, sometimes I just have to say, okay, Lord, I'm casting that onto you, and I'm putting my children, I'm casting them up to you. Lord, help them. My kids are actually awesome, but in every life, we have issues that we need God's help with. Another thing I'm learning is to speak words of life and speak words of faith. Whether it's the enemy or just my own fleshly mind, sometimes whenever things come up, I'll just get the most negative thought in my mind about it, or complaining thought, or just not the faith-filled response. But with every situation in life, there is a proper response, a faith-filled response, and we can trust the Lord. Let's see. Proverbs 18:21 says, the tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. And I want to eat the good fruit. I don't want that bitter, nasty stuff. So I think as moms and women, we really can affect the tone and the mood of our house, and we need to speak words of life and faith, and our words have great impact. So that's another thing God's been showing me. Okay, encouragement for busy moms. Yes, I so identify with the busyness. I just think in our modern world, in suburbia, everything is really busy. Sometimes I think of my life or my day as I'm coming up to the field and there's this row of heavy medicine balls, and I got to push each one down the field a little bit. We have working out, health. We want to stay healthy, so we got to work out a little bit. Let's push that ball, get it down the field. We want to cook meals for our family, make sure they're well fed and getting their nutrients. We need to get them to where they need to be on time, get them to school, get them to church, get them all the places, games and sports. We need to invest in our marriage and our friendships, all kinds of things. And sometimes a ball gets thrown into your field that you did not want, that you did not plan for, but it's something that you have to deal with in life. There it is, and it takes all your time. So I totally understand that. But one thing that has really helped me so much is just to take all of that and hold it up to the Lord and say, okay, Lord, which area of life, where do you want me to spend my time today? And to be okay if they don't all get done, because they never do, right? It's just impossible to do every aspect of life every day. So just taking that to the Lord and saying, okay, Lord, what do you want me to focus on today? And just trusting him to guide me and lead me, and being okay with the balls that get dropped, and trusting him to take care of the things that need to be taken care of, as he does when we put him first. John 15:4-5 says, remain in me, and I will remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If a man remains in me and I in him, he will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. So I really want to be fruitful. I don't want wasted time. But I can trust that if I'm remaining in him and he's remaining in me, then he's going to make me fruitful. And I'm not going to be wasting my time and just pushing all these balls down the field and then finding out later that, oh, those weren't important, right? So if we take our day to the Lord and take our life to him first and ask him what to focus on, we can trust that he's going to guide us and lead us and to the things that really are important. I did want to say that our value is not in what we accomplish, it's in being his child. It's in being his son and daughter. Because sometimes in life we're going to be really productive and we feel like everything's going well, and then sometimes we may not be able to do anything but lay on the hospital bed and just say, God, I love you, thank you for life, get me through this, you know? So our value is not in what we accomplish, it's in being his child. And we just show our love by obeying him and whatever he has called us to do that day. And last but not least, I'm going to talk about how I balance my marriage and my kids. So just like at the newborn stage, we have to be intentional about spending time together. If we don't plan our schedule, then our schedule will plan us. And things get busy really fast. And we have to put in, before we were parents, we were husband and wife. And after one day, our kids will move out and get married and go on, and we're still going to have our marriage. And so when we got married, we had all these wonderful hopes and dreams, and we want to keep that going the whole way. That's what I want our love story to be, right? But it doesn't happen by accident. It happens by intentionality. So every family is different, and there are different seasons. Sometimes maybe a spouse is deployed to the military, or next year we're going to have 3 kids in 3 different sports at the same time. Katie is going to be going into middle school, so she'll be probably playing basketball, and Ryan will be on the one basketball team, and Ryan and Josh will be on the other, and Matt is the coach. So we need to plan ahead even for that season. It's going to be very busy. But no matter what season you're in, it's important to connect. It's important to find ways to connect. So in our family, we try to have dinner every night that we can, and then we usually have a little bit of family time, and the kids go to bed. And so me and Matt will hang out on the couch, and he will rub my feet, and I will tickle his back. And you find out what's important in life when your foot is getting rubbed. Some things that matter to you just don't matter anymore. So we'll do that in the evenings, watch a show together, talk about whatever. A lot of times we will take walks in the neighborhood. That doesn't take any time. If we only have 10 minutes, we can go for a walk. And sometimes we walk a long time, and the kids will call us and be like, when are you coming back? So just spending time together on the couch, enjoying a show together and talking, going for walks. We do pray together every night before we go to bed. That's just what's always been. I don't know if mom and dad, do y'all pray together every night? Okay. I feel like we got that from somewhere. But yes, we pray together every night. I can't go to sleep unless we pray together. So pray over the kids, pray over life, just whatever is going on. And we really connect together, and we're connecting with the Lord and bringing him into our family and our future. We try to go on weekly dates. There are some seasons that is easier than others. But when we can't, on Little House on the Prairie times, maybe they couldn't go on a date every single week. But it is important to have as a goal. So we always have that as a goal. And if we can't do that, then we make sure we're going on walks and doing other things together. And thank you, Mom and Dad. We also get to do a getaway once a year. And that is so restorative and wonderful for our marriage. We're about to celebrate 20 years married. Thank you. So we're really looking forward to our yearly getaway in the summer. And then also all of the wonderful things that you get to do as a married couple that you didn't get to do when you were single. That's important to keep the romance going and just enjoy what God has gifted you with. And so that's all I have to say about that, and thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Kira, and thank you, Jenny, for sharing today. And I just want to end up with just, if y'all give me like Let me give me like 10 minutes. Y'all give me 10 minutes. I mean, not that you have a choice unless you just want to be rude and leave. Today I do, and like I said, I know some of you don't have anybody to rub your feet and all that kind of stuff. I told my wife that, Jenny, I'm surprised you don't have 4 kids, all that feet rubbing and stuff. And just being honest, that's nice. So if you don't have anybody to rub your feet, get you one of those massage things. You can buy them at Walmart or Amazon, pick one up there. At the end of the day, if you don't have nobody to rub your feet, all that kind of stuff. So I know some of you are single moms in the room, and I know some of this, you're like, man, I don't have anybody to help me. None of this applies to you. No, that's not true. You have God to help you. You have God to help you. And you're like, well, that's not, he can't run anybody to soccer practice or whatever it is. But, man, you do your best and let God take care of the rest. Amen? And nobody's going to fault you for the situation that you're in now. You just do what you can do. That's the reason I like what Kara said. There's no comparison. At the end of the day, it's what you can do. You've been do the best that you can with the situation. I know some of you are in an empty nester situation that you don't have any kids at home, and that looks totally different for you. Some of you may have lost your husband, all those kind of things. I know those situations look different for you, but thank God he is with us. He never leaves us nor forsakes us. So no matter what your situation today, I want to read an interesting thing, talked to somebody the other day, and they brought up an interesting thought, and I did some research on it. And so we throw up that first picture for me today. How many of you like flamingos? I like flamingos. They're cool. I don't know if they taste good. That's one bird I haven't killed and eaten. Just being honest with you, they sort of frown at that at the zoo. But if I was alone on an island, I guarantee I'd eat that bad boy. I just wouldn't even think twice. But flamingos they're beautiful birds. They're unique, they're pink, they get all that kind of stuff. But there's a couple of things that change in a flamingo's life. Is the reason the flamingos are pink, flamingos are usually white, but they eat shrimp and other crustacean things in the ocean or wherever they're getting their food from. And because of that, they become pink, and that gives them their color. But this is what happens, though, after flamingos hatch their chicks. Do that next picture. They start going from being a beautiful pink to they start actually turning white. And the reasons they turn white is because they spend all their time taking care of somebody else. That's the reason you see most female flamingos are white for a period of time in their life, because they have spent everything and given everything to somebody else to help somebody else. And they don't turn back. Just go ahead and turn that next picture. And that's when you see a white flamingo that looks totally different, is because they've spent everything that they have for somebody else. They've given everything that they have to give for somebody else. There's some moms in the room today. I won't talk long to you today, but you need to get your color back. Some of you have been giving and giving. You've been dealing with situations. You've been handling situations. You're stressed out. You've had to deal with life issues over and over and over and over and over again, and you have lost your color, the beautifulness of what you were, who you were, your personality, your giftings, your talents. You just think, I have nothing else to give. So today, I just want to finish by saying 4 quick ways of what I feel like you need to do to get your color back. First one, I think that you need to, and I know this is so tough for some of your schedules and different things that you're going through, but some of you are going to have to still depend on God to help you through whatever situation, whatever time, no matter, sometimes I always laugh too, because those same things they have for moms, they have those things for dads too. About, hey, if you could do this, and man, if you can wake up at 2:30 in the morning, you can have a Bible reading time. And if you can pray for 6 hours, your family will never have a problem. I'm the pastor. I don't have that. I know some of you are cleaning, doing laundry, doing dishes. Some of you are working hard, just as hard as your husband at work. You're holding down this. You're trying to keep everything. Some of you are doing homework. I mean, with your kids, you got to do all these kind of things. And so there's sometimes in life, even if it's just while you're vacuuming, sometimes that's your Bible reading time and spending time with Jesus. Oh, Lord, help me. And that's your prayer time. Lord, help me, help me, help me. Get me through this. Don't let me kill my kids. I get it. But it's the making the time of putting the priority of saying, God, I need you today. I cannot do this without you today. I need your strength. I need your wisdom. I need your guidance. I need your direction because I don't have it in me. I don't have any more to give. And so I need to draw from my strength and where my help comes from. I don't have any sleep. The little sleep I did, I had to share it with somebody. I always remember my wife, and please, I'm not trying to be crude, but I was like, because I wanted to keep the romance alive too when I was growing up, But when we had 2 small kids, she's like, don't touch me. She said, I've had people touch me all day. You're not having none of that. I lost a little bit of my color too, you know what I'm saying? Now, all I had, I started eating shrimp again, though, and so I started getting mine back. I'm just saying, I get it. There's nothing else that she had to give. But I'm just telling you, let me just tell you this, from any part of life that you're in, you can't make it without God. And that's for anybody in the audience. There's some men in the audience, too. You lost some of your color as well. Some of you are single dads, so it sort of hits everybody in the audience today. But you can't make it without God and trusting him and giving him that time of your life, even if it's just acknowledging him throughout the day and saying, Father, I am so lost without you, and I have to have you. I need you. And you're going to see that he's going to allow you to make time, Bible reading, that kind of stuff. I mean, some people, there's so many different ways you can do it. I always like opening it up and reading and having it all quiet, but how many of you know this? Sometimes, especially as moms and sometimes even as dads, I'm so proud of some of my men in the thing. They have earbuds or whatever they are, and they listen to it while they're working. They're just getting it inside of them. Any chance you get, make the time. God will honor it. God will honor it. Number 2, a thriving mom needs to rest. You got to take time for yourself, get away. You're like, well, again, I'm a single mom. I got all this. Find the time, again, during nap times, during work times, or whatever. Lord forbid you have to call in sick for a mental health day, whatever that looks like. Oh, I need the money. You know what? I understand. But sometimes it just takes a little bit of time to get some rest that you need. Take a nap, whatever. Put your earbuds in. I know I've been there with, Jenny, when she's just like, you just sort of keep one eye open, hoping the kids don't kill themselves. Get you one of those big trampolines with one of those big covers, that sort of you can just zip tie the thing where they get out. It's like a cage for like 3 hours. They break a leg, they're going to be okay until you can get up. I'm just joking on that one. But take the rest that you can get when you can get it. Give yourself rest. Number 3, today a thriving mom needs to have a community of other thriving moms, or a community of people that can help her. Strengthen her, speak life into her, to encourage her, to lift her up, to be who she needs to be. Every one of us needs community. Everybody needs a body of believers, a church family who can help you. Other moms at your same age, other people that are your same people. Don't be isolated. Don't feel like you got to do this all by yourself. That's not how God intended us, any of us, to do life. He intended us to have a good core group of people around us to lift us up, to hold us up. Amen? If you feel like you're alone, then reach out for help. If you feel like, hey, I've got to do this alone, that's not the truth at all. That's a lie from the pit of hell. When they said that you don't have anybody, you have us. You have each other. And if you need that group, then let us help you connect to that group. Let us send you some moms, or let us send you some strong women in your life that can build you up. And as Jenny said too, speak life into you. Number 4, and I'm closing if Joel wants to come. Number 4 is simply this: a thriving mom needs to find joy in the chaos. What would it be like if you found joy in the midst of absolute chaos in your life? And that sounds weird. For me, I mean, for a lot of people, it typically looks like deciding not to yell and putting away. It's so easy to want to yell. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a yeller. I was a yeller. My boys are here. They probably know I was a yeller. I don't deny that. It's passionately with love. Passionate with love. But I heard a evangelist lady who, she said that, a couple things. They had a church. She was a pastor of the church, her and her husband, and they had gotten on the way back from youth camp, a drunk driver hit their bus. And 53 kids died on that bus in Kentucky from a drunk driver. And I'll never forget the words that she spoke at that moment. She said, I used to get so mad at my teenagers coming in and leaving their cleats and dragging grass and leaves all over the floor and leaving the dishes and doing all that kind of stuff. And she said her son lived, and everybody else besides 2 other people in the bus died. She said after that event, when her child was left, she said when she saw the cleats, she saw the mud being tracked on the floor, she saw the dishes that didn't get done, she thanked God that she had to clean up the dishes. She had to pick up the cleats. Because for all those other mothers and all those other times, they didn't have anybody to pick up after. So finding the joy in the chaos. Our short years, in 4 years, I'll be an empty nester. Man, that's a huge change in my own life. But I found in my life that I do get mad. I do get angry still. But I always try to remember that story of finding the fun parts, remembering the good things that I do have in the midst of all the chaos around me. People who would wish they could have kids. People who have kids who are sick or ill, or people that I have a relationship with my kids. I mean, all these things are huge. So sometimes we just have to find the joy in the midst of the chaos. It's a continuous choice to seek out joy. It takes effort to do that. It takes effort to know that I could get mad and I could just yell and yell and yell and yell and yell. And I have been and I have done that. I'll be the first one to tell you. But sometimes it's just saying, you know what? It's going to be okay and we're going to get through this. And one day they're not going to be around and I get to go to their house and do the same thing they did to me. It's just for a season. I can't wait till all of them have really brand new nice cars. I'm going to eat and leave that junk and eat chips. I don't eat chips, but I'm getting me a big bag. I'm crumbling those bad boys up. I'm going to leave gallons of trash in my truck like Ellie does. She's like, I'll get it later. Never happens. But by saying all that, you got to say, lighten up. Have fun in the midst of all the stuff that happens. Make the best out of every situation that you can, because one day they won't be there. Find God. Find a group of people that's going to help you. Don't do this alone. So I'm going to just pray with you today. I'm not going to ask you to come forward today, but I know there's some people here, and it may be man or woman, so this is not just for women today. If you just bow your heads today. Some of you feel like God may not see you today, and you may feel like that you don't have you're saying, Pastor John, that's me. I'm a white flamingo today. I am at the end of my rope, man. I have done everything I can, and man, I'm wore out. I feel like I've been given and given and given and given, and I have nothing else to give. And man, I need to ask God to help me get my color back today. My beauty, my uniqueness, my health. And I don't know what the circumstance may be. It could be a good circumstance. Maybe you just, like I said, you could just be doing life and you're just busy. And you're just struggling today. I just want to pray with you today. Look, a man or a woman, you could be a man or woman and still have the same situation. You're saying, but I need help today. Will you just raise your hand today? Say, I'm a mom, or I'm a father in the room, or I see those hands. I see those hands. Anybody else? And just raise your hand real quick. I want to pray with you. Okay. See that hand. Anybody else? Yeah. So, if you didn't raise your hand, if you've been where I'm talking about, you know what it is. So I'm going to ask that everybody in the room today, as I pray, I'm going to ask that you would just begin to pray for those who lift their hands. About 10 hands, 11 hands that raise their hand that I could see. But I'm asking, if you've been in that situation, I'm asking you to pray for those people that lifted their hands as I pray. And let's pray together and join together. So Father, Lord, you see every man, woman, maybe even child in the room today that said, man, I'm wore out, I'm tired. Man, I've given and I've given and I've given, and man, I am so wore out spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Man, things are not working out so good in my marriage. Man, I haven't made time for that, and I feel like a failure sometimes, and I feel like I don't have it all together. And as Kira said, man, I feel like there's so many people comparing me to this and this, and so Father, Lord, I'm asking right now that you would just begin to help me. Help every lady who is in this room. Help every man that may have even felt that way today, but whoever it may be, that every person who needs a touch from you right now, Lord, Lord, for all these people who understand this, Father, Lord, I pray, Lord, that you I know it's a season, Father, Lord, but during this season, it feels hopeless, and it feels like I can't go on. And a lot of times discouragement sets in. Sometimes depression sets in. So, Father, Lord, I ask this today, as I always pray, Lord, be the lifter of our heads, that we would look to you, to where our help comes from. Lord, I'm asking that you would let your presence, Lord, fill that house as when whoever this is today in the audience, whoever's wanting and knowing that they need to spend time with you, Father, Lord, in any way that is, when they make the effort, Lord, I ask you to draw close to them as they're trying to draw close to you. If it's something they're doing at the house or taking care of their kids or working, wherever they're at, Father, Lord, meet them where they're at in that situation. Help them today. Holy Spirit, I'm asking that you would minister to them, that you would speak to them. Lord, you have plans for them. You have the author and the finisher of their faith. You're still writing chapters. Father, Lord, I'm asking that you would help them through this situation. In your mighty name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Before we end today, can we just give a round of applause for all of our amazing mothers in the room today? Y'all are the best. Thank you so much. And just thank you for all the team today, for everyone who went and got breakfast, put on that amazing video, Micah and the creative team, all of our worship team, all of our speakers today, for Jenny and for Kira, y'all both did amazing. So just thank you for everybody today for putting on an amazing Mother's Day service. One more round of applause for everybody else helped put the service on today. Well, thank you so much for coming to House of Grace today. If you don't know me, I'm Pastor Dylan. I'm the youth pastor here at House of Grace. But before we end today, if you are new in the room today, maybe it's your second or your third week here at House of Grace, and you just haven't gotten connected, before you leave today, I know you got a lot of plans, a lot of lunches to go to, but before you leave today, we just want to encourage you to stop by our Connect booth and get connected with us. We have some workers, I will be over there as well, that just want to give you a free gift and just connect with you. It's not even about the gift. We just want to get to know you here at House of Grace. We're one big family here at House of Grace. We want to just introduce you into that family today. So stop by the Connect booth after service if that's you. If you're a first, second, or third time guest and that's you today, stop by the Connect booth. Other things today, before we close, we have a few awesome events on the calendar coming up. We went through them during the announcements. We want to just give you one final reminder on a few things today. Number one, we have our VBS Camp Chaos coming up. It's going to be awesome. If you have kids in the room, we were practicing the skits and all the stuff we're going to be doing this week, and it's going to be awesome. I'm excited for Camp Chaos. So please scan that QR code, sign up. It's going to be awesome. You will want your kids to be there. Trust me, it's going to be amazing. And then also we have our Connect Lunch next Sunday. That's also great for anybody here. If you're a first, second, or third time guest, you can come to our Connect Lunch. Just scan that QR code so we know that you're coming, so that we'll have some food for you. It's going to be a great time to get to know our staff and to get to know people here at House of Grace. And the very last thing, also, if you're in the room today, maybe you've been coming for a minute. Maybe you've already been to our Next Steps class, but you just want to know more about our church and maybe start volunteering and just becoming a member of our church. We have our Next Steps class. We have week 2 coming up next Sunday morning at 9:15. So even if you missed the first week, you can jump in this upcoming week and be a part of that. So guys, other than that, have a great rest of your Mother's Day. We'll see you all Wednesdays for our Bible study and youth, or if you're not coming to that, we'll see you Sunday. Thank you so much.